What's going on, Dolphins? It is your boy Dillon, and I am here to do the scouting report video that I was telling you guys that I was going to do, that I mentioned in my previous video. I had already scheduled it for today, etc., blah, blah, blah. Here I am to do it, and let's just jump right into it. This one is for the New York Giants. Now, not a particularly great team. They're obviously 3-7. They're right about the same place we are. They've only played 10 games, though, so they're 3-7. We're 4-7. They just got destroyed by the Tampa Bay Bucks, who are now 7-3. That's really not a big surprise. The Giants are not a particularly great team, and a team that we should definitely be able to beat. It's one of the games on the schedule that I think the Giants and the Jets games, I think, should be winnable games. I'm a little worried about the Panthers game coming up this weekend. And then obviously you guys know those last three, New Orleans, Tennessee, and New England, give me a little bit of reason for pause. They scare me a little bit too. So it is what it is, but let's go ahead and focus on this and get through this. So they obviously got destroyed by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, 30-10. They only had 215 total yards on offense, allowing 402. They had 149 through the air, allowing 308. They had 66 on the ground, allowing 94. They had 4 yards per play, allowing 5.3. They had one fumble. They threw 2 interceptions. They did get an interception, though, off of Tom Brady. They actually kept this game pretty close for, like, the first half or whatever, and then it kind of just unraveled from there, at least for the first, like, quarter or so. But anyway, sacks allowed, they did allow 2. They got 1 of their own. They were only 11% on third down, allowing Tampa to go 46%. The Giants had the ball for 24-21, allowing Tampa to have it for 35-39. Let's see, and penalties, Giants had 4, Tampa had 6. So obviously, as you can see just from the box stats, and obviously the box score, it was pretty clear that, the Bucks dominated for most of the game. Although the Giants did kind of hold themselves in it for just a little bit at the very beginning, for the first quarter, maybe 2 quarters, whatever it was. I can't remember exactly, but again, not a very good team, so this result is not particularly surprising. They allowed Tom Brady to go 30 of 46, 307, 2 touchdowns with the interception. Blaine Gabbert did come in for the very end of the game, threw 2 passes for 11 yards. Leonard Fournette led the way, 10 rushes, 35 yards, and a 3.5. Ronald Jones, 8 for 33, a touchdown and a 4.1. Tom Brady added in a rush for 10 yards. Mike Evans threw in 1 for 10 as well. Receiving, Mike Evans led the way, 6 out of 11 for 73 and a score. Gronk had 6 of 8 for 71. Chris Godwin, 6 of 6, 65 and a touchdown. Fournette, 6 of 6 for 39. Cameron Brate, 2 of 6 for 27. Rashad Perryman, 2 of 4 for 19. And then O.J. Howard, 1 for 10. Yeah, and we're going to get to the league standings. Now, look, there are categories in which the Giants are currently better than us, both on offense and defense. And there are some categories in which they actually do perform pretty well. But again, the Giants are not a team that's, and of course, any given Sunday, I don't think it's going to be just a shoo-in. I don't think it's going to be a guarantee, but I think that it's a game that we should be able to feel pretty comfortable about, at least predicting a win, especially, too, because it is a home game for us. Anyway, they do have Saquon Barkley back, though, so we'll see how he, reacclimates to things over the next couple weeks before we play Carolina and then we play them, so we'll see how that all pans out. But Daniel Jones was 23 of 38, 167 for a touchdown, 2 interceptions. Saquon Barkley had 6 rushes for 25 yards and a 4.2. John Ross, 1 for 16. Devontae Booker, 3 for 15 and a 5 average, and Daniel Jones 3 for 10 and a 3.3. Kadarius Toney led the way for them, 7 of 12 for 40 yards. Darius Slayton, 4 of 7 for 37. Saquon Barkley, 6 of 6, 31. Kyle Rudolph, 1 for 28. Evan Ingram, 2 of 5 for 12. Kenny Golladay, 1 of 2 for 12. They have some decent, playmakers on offense too, which is interesting. Daniel Jones is not really, all of that. I like Xavier McKinney. He's a guy that I would have taken personally. Yes, that we always have the conversation on Reason's channel. Reason obviously loves Antoine Winfield Jr., who plays for the Bucs, and I like him too. He's a really good player, and that would have been a perfectly good decision and pick there. But I actually really like Xavier McKinney, and he's the guy that I personally had said I wanted to take. And look, Benardrick McKinney is playing for the Giants too. Anyway, so actually that's going to be interesting to see, though, Benardrick McKinney against the Dolphins when we play him. But yeah, I mean, and of course they also have Matt Skura at left guard right now. They have Isaiah Wilson, who I think has just been recently elevated to the active roster. So it'll be interesting to see. Like I said, I don't think any game is really a shoo-in, not for this Dolphins team. And certainly not this year with the way fucking the league has played out and with the, all the upsets and that we've seen. But not for this Dolphins team, unfortunately. We're not at that level yet. So, can't say a guarantee, but I do think this is a game we should absolutely win. All right, now let's get to these standings. The Giants are currently 25th in total yards. Now, again, remember, they've only played 10 to this point. They have had their bye already. But anyway, they have 3,228 total yards, which is 25th. They're at 322.8 per game, which is 23rd. In passing, they have 2,457, which is 21st. They are 245.7 yards per game, which is 19th. In rushing, they're 25th with 929 total and 92.9 per game. When it comes to points, they're 26th with 189 total on the season, which is 24th after ties, 18.9 per game, which is 25th or 24th after ties, and third down offense, they're not particularly very good. They're 24th in the league with 37.3% completion or conversion percentage. Defensively, they're not particularly great here, although again, there are some categories where they do well, including turnovers and passes defensed and third down defense. So those are things that are, will be interesting and to keep an eye on when we do get to this game. How do those things play a factor? But right now their defense is not great. Again, this is a game that we should definitely be able to win, even though our offense, has a difficulty getting to 24 points. This is a game where I would say that, they're going to probably get to 24, maybe 28 points, but we'll see when we get there. Obviously, the preview video is still a couple weeks away. Yards per game, they're currently 26th, giving up 375.4. They're 22nd in passing, giving up 268.7. 22nd in rushing, giving up 119.7. They're 24th or 22nd with ties, and points per game, giving up 24.6. They currently have 15 takeaways on the season, though, which is 11th or 7th with ties. 10 interceptions, 11th or 6th with ties. They do have 5 fumbles, which is good for 14th or 6th after ties. Not particularly great in the sacks department, with only 20 on the season, or 23rd, 12th after ties. They do have 50 passes defense, though, which is currently 7th or 5th after ties. Like I said, that is one of their better categories. And third down defense, they're only giving up 38.9% conversion, which is good for 11th. So, a couple of those areas will be interesting to keep an eye on, see how that plays out. Are the Dolphins able to convert third downs against them? Can they protect the ball and make sure not to give it up? Those sorts of things. But anyway, again, all of that will be for the preview. As of right now, these are the current Dolphins offensive and defensive league standings. So there you have it. That is going to wrap up this quick hitting scouting report video for the New York Giants. Again, it should be a W on the schedule going forward, and I've had it as a W all the way back to my original. It stayed a W in my revised, so hopefully we can get that win, but we will see when we get there. Before I get out of here, make sure to check out the Rave On Sports App, the new fan-driven sports app for all your sports, basketball, baseball, college sports, whatever you like. They're looking to enhance your game day experience with live play-by-play coverages, live chats with other fans and content creators like myself. Look for the links to that in the description box, and with that, I'm going to get out of here. I hope you guys appreciate appreciate my perspective. If you do, make sure you hit the subscribe button, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you hit the bell if you want to get the alerts. Share my channel and videos with your friends and family. Leave your questions, comments, and concerns down in the comment section. And of course, as always, follow me on Twitter at DillonTartaro. And with that, I am out. I'll see y'all soon. Fins up.